Okay, this says I'm live. We'll see how it goes. Chat, if you can hear me, let me know. Just doing something real quick here. Let people load in. Where did I put my phone? There it is. Also, my apologies if my coughs are a little loud. I'll try to not cough when I'm talking, or at least I'll try to mute when I have to cough. That's not what I wanted you to do, OBS. Sweet. Boo sees me. Hey, I don't feel like using anything fancy today. I don't feel like using the main PC for streaming, so I'm streaming on the MacBook tonight. Um, it's not like I'm doing anything crazy, anyways. I'm not doing any gaming or anything. I mean, this is YouTube after all. Um, but I did want to catch up. It's been a long time since I put anything here on YouTube or really anything on the internet at all. Um, Again, I am on the tail end of having the flu, so if I do sound a little strange or if I sound a little off, um, just know that is why. So, oh man, does everything sound okay? I know everything here on the video looks all right. So you caught the flu when you were at your tournament. That's fun. Um, yeah, we've apparently here in New England we've had a lot of cases of the flu recently. So I think it was just a matter of time before I caught it. Last time I had it, I was still a kid, so it's been over 20 years since I've had the flu. Got some leftover green tea in here. This morning was actually the first time I've had a cup of coffee since Sunday. So sadly, I worked Friday and Saturday, um, not knowing that I had the flu because um, I initially had like a sinus infection or really bad, like a head cold. Um, a lot of congestion, blowing my nose a ton, but I didn't have a fever. I didn't have like a crazy cough, just other than just trying to get everything up. Um, but I suddenly got most of the congestion out of me, and then I want to say probably as early as league night Thursday, or Friday. All of a sudden, I started getting very hot. Um, Ended up temping a fever. I peaked Saturday evening at just over 102. So I had a decent fever going, and I realized that I had to go to urgent care this morning on Sunday morning. So that was what I did. Um, Thankfully, they were able to get me in pretty quickly. Sorry, I got a little music playing here. I don't want you guys to hear it, obviously, because I don't want YouTube to hear it. So this way, here, this video doesn't get taken down, or the live stream, I should say. What's up, Gabriel? How you doing? You had 102 as well. Okay. So yeah, since Sunday, I've been out from work. So obviously, you don't want to be working when you have the flu, especially when you're working with the public. You don't want to give it to people. Um, I mean, it makes sense, especially once you know you got it. So at work, it's only the second time I've ever had to call out, and the first time was when I had COVID. We've had it twice, Kavada. Wow. But yeah, I can't believe it. It's already the end of 2024. It's really, really something. In terms of bowling, what's up, Flugetzi? Flugetzi 10. How are you doing? Um, in terms of bowling, I'm actually having a really, really good league season right now. I'm still doing the UBA. I'm still averaging, recently doing pretty decent in UBA. I've bowled most of the events so far. Thankfully, we are not bowling in January, so we return in February. I bowl February, March. We have a bye in April, which is perfect because that's when I'm supposed to be flying out to nationals. Um, and then we have our final stop in June, unless we somehow get lucky and make it to the semis and the finals, which means possibly a trip to Battle Bowl. It's 5 a.m. over there? Jeez. Someone from the future. Thanks for staying up. You didn't have to. This is mostly just a catch up stream, just talking, just want to say hello to everyone. I'm only going to be on for a little over an hour. Going to Baton Rouge? I'm going to try to at least. It's tough because it is during April vacation week. So I'm hoping they won't have a problem with me doing it. Once I know that I'm okay to take the time off, I'm booking the flights and the hotel. So you have like a bit of long COVID, Kavada. My main COVID thing is I've had a lot of brain fog, even more so than usual. Also, if you notice, my hair is a little disheveled. I'm overdue for a haircut, honestly. But for my regular league, doing the scratch league right now, currently averaging 242. Um, I was averaging 243 a couple weeks ago, but I had a kind of a bad night and my average sank a little bit. Um, Primarily using the hammer effect right now. That ball's been a beast for me. I've used the Urethane 78D a couple times. Um, I've actually used the purple reactive once and shot a really good series with that. Um, because I felt like I needed that ball, something that was a little bit weaker. Um, I've actually got a couple of bowling balls back here, which I am likely going to be retiring very, very soon. Um, just because I'm not using them that much anymore, and they're just not doing what I want them to do. Um, and those are the Envy Tour and the Envy Tour Pearl. Both were fantastic bowling balls, so for some reason something's going on with them. So I'm actually going to be replacing them. Um, I have a Hammer Effect Tour and a Hammer Pure Envy coming in. I'm probably going to have them next week, and then I'll have them drilled up. So, when my Envy Tour cracked, I had to wait several months for the new one, just because of stuff that happened. No, not the Extreme Envy, the Pure Envy. So, it seems like I don't know if it's because of how the ball was made, the replacement Envy Tour, but it just seems like it doesn't want to hook. It's not like the old Envy Tour, which was a hook monster. It went like crazy, shot a lot of great scores with it. And Right now, it also seems like the Envy Tour Pearl, I haven't really used it since I got the effect. The effect has essentially replaced my Envy Tour Pearl. The effect is just such a great overall ball for me. The ball motion on it is fantastic. So, yeah, I have a few bowling balls that are up here in the room. I can pull them out for you. You can see what I have that's not being used currently. So that means you guys will get to see the new chair. Also, I was wrong. The Envy Tour Pro is actually downstairs. It's just in a ball box. But one ball that I actually have not been using is the purple urethane. Um, I actually love the motion of the 78 a lot better. I'm still going to be holding on to this ball. Don't get me wrong. It's a great ball to still have, but most of the time, it just doesn't seem to work for me all that great. I prefer the smoother motion of the 78. Also, please forgive my wheezing. Still kind of out of breath with everything. And here's my Hopkinsville, Kentucky black urethane, the non 78. I still keep this around because it's good nostalgia. It's the last hammer ball that I have that's still made in the US of A. And as far as I know, still legal. Okay. But yeah, here's the Envy Tour. I don't know what it is with this ball right now. Maybe it's because I haven't thrown a lot of games with it. I might try and get some more games. I'm gonna try and get it some more games on it soon. Next time I'm at work, I'll bring this ball down and see if I can't get some games on it. See if I can't get it to wake up a little bit. If not, I have a feeling the Envy Tour is I'm gonna be done with it. Legal if you don't plan on doing any PBA events. Exactly. You have a ball that just doesn't work for me, never sees use out of my bag, and that's the Endeavor. Okay, I've heard of the Endeavor, never used it. Wow, can't believe that just doing that really knocked me out of breath. Holy crap. Flu really does that to you, huh? Jeez. Have you tried changing and messing with the surface? No, not yet. I'm not even sure what I'd put on this. I'd probably hit it with 1,000 if I were to try messing with the surface. Probably do 500 then 1,000 on it. Can ask one of my pro shop guys see if they can do that. Do a little surface adjustment, 500 then 1,000. Has been on my mind because it is a ball I do love. Envy Tour is a great ball, but the thing is, the Effect Tour is the replacement to the Envy Tour. So I don't know where this ball will really fit in the bag anymore, anyways. But it's a ball I might use to mess around with. I might begin to love it again. You never know. I Got one more ball here. I hope it's not cracked. Please don't be cracked. Perfect. Doesn't appear to be cracked. The only non-hammer ball that I still have in this place, and that is the Game Breaker 4 by Ebonite. This was used by Packy Hanrahan, and I've actually thrown this ball. So yes, there is no thumb in it. It's got the marking for a two-hander. Grips have not been adjusted. They have not been changed. These two finger grips, albeit a little bit tight on the middle finger, it is a perfect fit. A couple of weeks, it'll be PBA season again, yeah, and I won't be going to any events. Nothing for Maine this year. Next year, I should say. I was actually thinking of taking next year off of doing Maine anyways. I kind of want to travel a little bit next year and the year after. So it kind of works out. So I got some friends I want to meet down south, and I got a couple friends up in Canada who I also want to meet up with. Should have put a ball cup next to me. There we go. Yeah, that's what I heard too. I don't know if they're going to do it again for some reason. I have a feeling they're not going to. Why? I don't know. It's just one of those gut feelings. And that's it for the tea. So yeah, all I've had this week was I've had one cup of coffee today. But other than that, I'm doing nothing but sleepy time tea at night, green tea during the day. That was leftover green tea from earlier this afternoon. Charlie's post apparently. I did hear about that. Yes, I did. And this is my 13th bottle of water since Sunday. This is a near 24-ounce bottle. So I've been drinking a ton of water just to try and flush the system out. Hopefully this has helped me lose a little bit of weight. That'd be nice. So but it is nice to see you guys again. Kavada, Puhar, I appreciate you guys coming in. I know it's New Year's Eve. You guys could be doing so much more right now, but I genuinely appreciate you two coming in, saying hello. Flugetzi, I'm not sure if you're still here, but thank you again as well for coming in and saying hello. I do really appreciate you guys. But yeah, I'm currently averaging 242 in my league. I actually had a first happen in my career a couple of weeks ago. And that is, I finally converted the 7-10 split for the first time in competition. And that's sanctioned or unsanctioned. First time in league competition. That was 3 weeks ago. And second time on an A2. Yes, I will too, Adam. Especially with the fact that I found like the perfect hotel to stay at this past year, and now it's not happening anymore. But the next time we go to Maine, I know exactly where I'm staying again. So again, if you guys are just joining, I'm still recovering from the flu. I've had it since Friday. Um, Technically, after tomorrow, I can return to work, but I'm not scheduled Thursday already, so I'm off work till Friday. So it gives me an extra day to recover, rest up, and where I'm out of quarantine, I guess you could say, come Thursday, I can finally get my hair cut because this is long overdue. Also, if you noticed, I'm going bald here. I'm going bald up top. I got a lot of gray hair now. It's getting crazy. I'm getting old. Also, I'm trying to mute as much as I can when I have the sniffles. So, yes, definitely, Adam. Hopefully, Wolf and I will be able to actually drive up to Maine soon. We're going to try to go up there sometime in the summer. Any centers in my area that have string pins? Town Line in Malden. They've had string pins for a few years now, actually. I still haven't gone down there to bowl on their strings to see if they're any better than round ones. Oh, I did take these already. That's right. So at this point, I'm trying to not take any Tylenol because I want to make sure that I don't have any fever. All right. So, are you guys doing anything for bowling? Any leagues, tournaments, anything fun? It's not a bad idea, Puhar. I'm hoping I can go to work Thursday and get some practice in if they don't need me. I'm hoping they don't need me. Like I said, I just kind of want to relax one extra day. If anything, I want to go into work, maybe throw a few rocks down the lanes just to make sure I have the strength. I do have to say though that there's one thing I really like about this chair is the fact that I can just practically just take a nap. It's so nice. Just recline back in this thing. It wasn't a cheap chair, but I do love it. The other chair just wasn't cutting it anymore. It kept sinking on me. Yes, I really wish we had the chance to do it again, Adam. That was the goal, was to hopefully have us bowl together. Yeah, I don't blame you there, Puhar. With me, I'm always stuck in this area, and I kind of just want to, spend 1 or 2 times a year just getting out of New England or as close to out of New England as I can. Um, and the thing is, too, is Baton Rouge. I've never been there, and it's still going to be tornado season, so it's going to be very interesting because we're going. Um, I'm flying out the day before Easter, actually, so I'm not going to be home for Easter next year. Matter of fact, I should actually look up flights real quick while I'm chatting with you guys. Yeah, also the main reason why I'm coughing is I still have that leftover congestion that's in my chest, which is actually still kind of painful. It's the only part that really sucks. I'm looking forward to South Carolina, Puhar. That's actually not too far away, and I actually have family that lives in the Carolinas, so that might make things a bit easier on me. Wow, there's actually some pretty decent rates right now. Some very good rates right now. That's true. Might be able to actually watch me bowl. So it looks like the flights that I selected, it's a little over 550 bucks. It's not bad. That's to and from New Orleans. I'm thinking if everything goes well, I'll be able to book that next Wednesday. Hey, Pinoy. It's not New Year's here yet. We still got an hour and a half, but Happy New Year to you down out there. Glad to see you. Hope all is well. So, let's see. But yeah, it's crazy. I have not left this house since like noontime Sunday, since I came home from the urgent care place when they told me I had the flu. So I specifically have um, a very mild case of influenza type A, which I'm not sure if that's better or worse. Don't know, don't care. All I know is I got the flu. First time in over 20 years. So, but what's strange though is when I had COVID, I felt like the first day, the first 1 to 2 days was similar to this when I had COVID, but I recovered from COVID faster. Um, this is more drawn out. It's more gradual to go away. So every day my fever has gone down. Today was the most I've actually gone without a fever. Um, Today I actually started out, my temperature was at like 97.6, no, 97.8. And then when I finally caved in and took some Tylenol, my temp was at 99.5. so just under fever status. So, and I peaked Saturday night when I was stuck at work. I had peaked at like 102.1. But again, at the time, I didn't know I had the flu. All I know is I was miserable. Like even now, it's a little warm in here for me. So I know my body is still fighting something a little bit. But if everything goes well, I can theoretically go back to work on Thursday if they needed me. Um, but the goal is to still bowl Thursday night. But I should be at the very tail end of this. I think tomorrow should be it, and then I can just go back to normal on Thursday. Actually, I want to see the stats for my league real quick, and maybe I'll get to show you. I think I got to log in actually in order to access this. League standing sheets. There we go. Sweet. So we just concluded our first half, and you got a deal, Adam. You got that. If there's actually one thing I'm really looking forward to is going to Cookout. I want to go to Cookout again so bad. I I'm still amazed at how they were able to have such incredible food and keep it so cheap. Matter of fact, I still have the receipt from when I went back in 2018 somewhere in here. 2017 was when I went. So this is obviously pretty faded now. I think it was a big double stack that I got, cheddar style, with onion rings and a honey mustard chicken wrap. Upgraded the drink to a shake, and that's what I paid. $7.45 for all that food. Back June 17th, 2017. So over 7 years ago. Still have this just because I'm flabbergasted at the prices. That I'm sure is probably like $10 now. Still, that's wicked cheap. Owner of the Year tournament. That sounds fun. I'm gonna hopefully try and bowl the best of the best tournament. The house I'm bowling my league out of. So yeah, my team finished in 5th place for the first half. Um, we ended the half with 238.5 points. We won 238.5, lost 186.5 points because we used the Peterson point system. So we've had, 7 different people shoot 300s this half so far. And again, I finished with a 242. I think it was like a 242.5 average. So let's see, we'll do the math real quick live. So for 51 games, I knocked down 12,368 pins. So 12,368 divided by 51. So that's what my average is for the first half of the season. I'll also say 242.51. So we still have another half of bowling to do. So that scoring system. So yes, so it's individual and team. So what you do is you still have the 2 points for teams each game. The team total for the whole shebang is worth 4 points. Individual points are 1 point apiece. So individual points you can max out at 4, and team you can do 10. And it's 4-man teams. No, excuse me. I think our league total is 3. I think you can get 3 points for team. It's either 3 or 4. And people can actually adjust the lineup too to try and keep things even for both teams, so everyone has an equal chance, or as close to an even chance as possible. So obviously, as you can imagine, I have the high average in not only the league, but as far as I know, 242 is currently the high average in the house. I'm actually looking to see if anyone's close. Look to see if anyone's averaging 230. Yes. At least one bowler is averaging 232. 2 bowlers are averaging 232. One of them is a former professional, actually, a former touring pro. So 2 people averaging over 230, and I'm averaging 240.5. 242.5, excuse me. When I ended that league last season, I actually finished with 241, and they used the book average from like 3 weeks before, I think, and for me that was 238. Yeah. We have a former pro on our league and at least 2 former pros as substitutes. And one of those people, believe it or not, who we have on our sub list is the one and only buzzsaw, John Gant. We have John Gant on our substitute list. I don't think he's bowled yet, but I know he is an available substitute. He has actually. He's bowled twice. He has a book average of 220. In the 6 games he's bowled, he's averaged 222.83. I've actually watched him practice one time, right at the as I was leaving. Obviously, he doesn't have the rev rates or the speed like he used to, but he still has the same form. It hasn't really changed much over the years. You'd still recognize him as the buzzsaw. I can guarantee you that. It's crazy how he lives around here. Um, but yeah, we've another one of our substitutes who actually used to be a regular on our league is Storm Vincent, and the manager of the place is Steve Hardy. So he also was a touring pro. I don't remember if he ever won a title, but I know he was on TV several times. Um, thing I'm looking forward to about the upcoming PBA season. I'm scared about the end of the season when they're doing the string pin stuff. That scares me. Um, I'm not really focused too much on what the PBA is going to do. Um, I just think Bolero is just going to run it into the ground. If you want my honest opinion, they're making a ton of mistakes. They're not, proactively getting things done. So you can have the PBA in Maine again. With why can't you people negotiate the contracts before? This way here you can actually have a normal PBA league season again. I get that, Puhar, but they're testing the waters. I guarantee you, this is their way of introducing string pins to a mass audience. And they're going to push it hard after this season. If not after this season, the season afterwards. Gotcha. Yeah, Tom Clark's a good man. Genuinely, he is a good man. Um, I Part of me feels like it's Bolero who's holding things up, and that wouldn't surprise me in the least bit. But Tom Clark, phenomenal commissioner for the PBA. He is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I agree, Puhar. I think I think Fox really needs to push that $1 million 300 game again. They need to do that. That would be a fantastic incentive. Oh, he is. You and I know that very well, Adam. The fact that he'll actually just chill out in the stands with people uh, as the telecast is going on. I feel like there's a method to the madness with that. Um, I think part of that is so he can make sure that everything looks good at all angles, everything sounds good at all angles, and with the crowd in there, you can gauge everything better to see if anything needs to be changed or adjusted. Yeah, I believe he still does bowl, if I'm not mistaken. I think it'd be awesome to actually head to nationals and suddenly Mookie Betts is bowling at the same time. Good. I think he should too. He's one of us. He's one of us. But yeah, Tom is very, very kind. He's very nice. For the most part, he's very open whenever he can, to the crowd. He answers a lot of questions. Yep. But I'm just saying, Puhar, it'd be awesome if, I were bowling there and suddenly, I see Mookie Betts and he's bowling there too. I'd be like, ah. The only reason why I actually paid attention to the Red Sox for a while was because of Mookie Betts. I think he was a phenomenal player for the Sox. So for 2025, my arsenal is going to be for the Open Championships. Of course, this is subject to change, but it's very, very unlikely. I'm pretty sure I've got my lineup all set for bowling balls to bring. So what I'll be bringing is the Hazmat Hybrid, the Effect, Black Urethane, because I gotta bring urethane, the Pure Envy, the Effector, and the Hazmat Solid. Because I did win a Hazmat Solid a couple months ago. I have thrown that ball. Actually, it doesn't work very well where I'm bowling for league, but it worked. That ball works very, very well. Um, if they do one in New Hampshire, I would be all over giving it a go. Legitimately, I would be all over giving it a go. If I can get the weekend off that the tournament's happening, and someone's willing to put in the money to help me get in there, you bet your butt I'll bowl it. But yeah, I'm when it comes to preparing for trips, I'm extremely organized for the most part. Um, like I don't go for another 4 months, 4.5 months to Baton Rouge, and I've already got some small things packed I know I'm not using. Like I have extra clothes, pack them. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to do that. Like if they do one in East Providence again, I might even give that a go too, because that's only like an hour, a little over an hour away. And East Providence is a nice facility, but God forbid you run a red light down there. They got red light cameras everywhere. I'm sure it takes a while too to sure it takes a while to come up with that kind of a schedule too. I'm just looking at the East stats here real quick for some of these people who have bowled it. Yeah, I bet I will. I'm sure there's going to be no shortage of Cajun food down there. Excuse me. So when I actually go down there, if everything works out well, obviously, my goal is to actually fly to New Orleans and then travel to Baton Rouge. It's actually a lot cheaper to do that. Goal is to just spend a full day in New Orleans, then head up to Baton Rouge, do the tournament, and if you know if I can budget it, I'd like to spend one more overnight in New Orleans before flying back home. But we'll see how it goes. Depends on how things work out. My thing is just what the hotel rates are going to be mostly. I figure I'll probably stream for about another 5 more minutes. I'm at just shy of the 55-minute marker, so I want to rest my voice. So I figured I'll go for another 5 minutes and call it a night. And especially where we're just an hour away from the year 2025 here. So if you guys have something you want to ask or something you want to talk about to kill 5 minutes, please put it in the chat for me, and we'll chat. In 2025, I'll be 35. So I got 5 years on you. I still can't believe that, especially back here. Like it's thinning out pretty good right there. But like up top, this area it's thinning out. But yeah, this patch here, like right here in front, still nice and full. Candlepin, I haven't really done a whole lot of candlepin. Heck, I still haven't even thrown the duckpin balls yet that I've got. So I do want to bowl duck pins. I haven't really done a whole lot of candlepin except for when I'm working on a machine. Um, I will say, I have, after changing out some of the kickback panels, I've thrown some triple strikes. Those new kickback panels definitely, the rubber kickbacks definitely improve scores. I got half the lanes done. I gotta get the other half done. Hopefully next couple of months. I just gotta get the materials, and then hopefully I can get them glued into place. The GSXs, oh boy, they're going through a lot right now. They've gone through a lot of wear. Um, actually calculated actually calculated that our 24 GSXs have 22.1 million cycles on them, but that includes our, the VIP lanes. But our non-VIP, for our standard lanes, have 16.6 million cycles. Our least used lane is actually, funny enough, lane 34, which is the third to last lane. Our first main 10-pin lane obviously has the most usage. It's probably at 1.2 million cycles now. North Reading? Do you mean North Chelmsford? There is no duckpin in North Reading, and I haven't heard of duckpin in North Reading since for as long as I've been alive. But if you're talking about North Chelmsford, yes. As far as I know, that place is still around. Yeah, the GSXs have a frame counter on them. Unfortunately, our candlepin machines don't have Collins. Oh yeah, they aren't going anywhere. That's in North Billerica. Correct. The place in North Chelmsford does have a new owner. Haven't had a chance to go down there yet. Every time I've tried to go, they're closed. Yes. Nice guy. Unfortunately, he gave himself a nasty injury not too long ago, so he's I know he's trying to take it a little bit easier because of that. All right. It's been an hour. I think I'm going to call it here. I want to rest my voice. Um, and I do kind of want to just relax and lay down, honestly. Um, but it was nice to catch up with all of you. I do have a lot of videos that I do want to edit, but I either just don't have the time, or if I'm being honest with you, I haven't really had the motivation to want to edit anything. That's why I haven't really posted anything on here in a long time. But I have so many videos that I want to put up, but I just don't have the motivation to want to go through and edit everything. Yes, but again, like I said before, it's just free time. It's very, very difficult to have that kind of time right now. I do have a lot going on with life, and just trying to have a night out is very difficult right now. That's why I'm honestly very tired, kind of burned out, which is kind of why it's been a blessing to kind of be sick, because I can just relax, sleep. Release the unedited footage. Well, the problem is I want to make sure that there's no like long breaks, because I know there are, um, and I want to make sure there's nothing terribly bad that's going through the audio. That's the primary thing, especially with how YouTube is nowadays. It's insane, and it's just not enjoyable. As one of the OGs, like it's changed so much, and I'm a small creator on here. I'm just a very, very small piece of the puzzle. Um, so it's like at this point, I'll get to it when I can. If I'm able to do it, I will. Matter of fact, I've actually loaded up the videos on here, um, just to quickly scrub through them all. If anything, I might just like upload clips, like the stuff that was that blah, 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 like the stuff that only my shots. But I want to be reasonable to everyone else too. It's just hard to make that determination. Yeah, it's too much. If it were old school 2006, 2007, 2008 YouTube, I wouldn't have a problem with just throwing the files, just throwing the files up, saying here's part 1, part 2, part 3. There you go. But with today's YouTube, you got to be so careful. That's the thing, Pinoy. What am I at right now? 2.75K, just about. I know I was at 2.75K at one point, but where I haven't uploaded anything in a while. I'm sure people have either closed their accounts over time, or they've unsubscribed because I haven't put anything out. And can you blame them? No, no. So, but hopefully, I can get some stuff up soon. But like I said, it's just whenever I have the time. And I do feel bad because I know a lot of you guys love the stuff I put out, and a lot of you have been a part of this channel for such a long time. But again, it's just tough to find the time and the motivation, honestly, to just want to do those things. Yeah, yeah, Puhar. Yeah, I just hate the whole algorithm stuff, honestly. It's like, what's wrong with everything just being natural? I miss the old days, and I forever will. But yeah, I am going to call it a night here. Um, Definitely feeling my voice starting to want to go here, so just a little bit, and I don't want to push it too far. So I do appreciate you guys coming in, chatting, and everything. You guys are awesome. Thank you for spending a little bit of your New Year's Eve with me. Um, But I hope you all have a fantastic and safe New Year's. And hopefully I'll have something uploaded at some point next year. That's all I can say. The goal is to definitely have something uploaded next year. I don't know how many videos, but I'm going to try to get some of these videos up here for you. But until then, I hope you all have a great 2025. And I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, and just enjoy yourselves. So, until until I upload something again or I have another random live stream, take care of yourselves. Love you all very much. And talk to you soon. Have a good night. Have a great New Year's.